Welcome to Is It Covered, where we break down real stories and answer the big question, is it covered? Hosted by father and son duo Bruce and Brian Chapman of the JD Chapman Insurance Agency. This podcast will help you navigate the world of insurance with stories, tips, and answers that really matter. From personal to commercial coverage, we've got you covered. Now, let's get started.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to another exciting episode of the Is It Covered podcast, sponsored by JD Chapman. Again, this is part of our mini-series on wildlife and wildlife-related claim. As you can see, I'm kind of in some garb here today, kind of playing a role as a farmer.
The Livestock edition.
Yeah, this is the Livestock edition. That's correct. Yep, absolutely. Getting back to my roots.
That's right. Great grandpa would be proud of you.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as always, claims are so specific that we always suggest that you talk to your agent or your carrier itself, because not every claim is covered. So, today's question that I want to ask the answer man over here.
Insurance answer man here.
That's right. So, let's say, again, I'm a farmer, right? Mm-hmm. And I've got quite a large group of livestock, let's say. Yeah. And I've got my ranch hand working with me. Mm-hmm. They fail to close a latch on a gate. So wind blows, that gate blows open. Now I've got a fiasco of my animals are out in traffic.
Bessie's in the highway.
That's right. Things are going rogue. People are calling me, hey, Joe, you got your livestock in the road here. You got quite a commotion going on. You got to come down and figure this out.
Yeah.
Well, let's say that, my wildlife ends up, my stock ends up causing an accident and so on and so forth. Well, is there insurance coverage for something like this? Am I liable as the farm owner?
So, as a farm owner, this is an attorney question, but I would say you're definitely liable for your animals being out in the road. You should be in control of them. And farmers have what's known as FCPL. How's that for a great acronym? Farm Personal Liability. Essentially what it is, it's liability for being a farmer.
Okay.
And it includes coverage for your livestock if they get out and get hit by a car. So let's say I'm coming up over the hill. I don't see Bessie in the road. I hit Bessie. Well, first of all, I hope everyone's okay because Bessie's a pretty big animal. But the comprehensive on your car, you could get your car fixed there. Or, animal collision. Yeah. But you'd go after the farmer to say you were responsible for your cow being in the road. And so my insurance company that paid my claim is going to go after your insurance company that pays your claim.
So I better have a good farm owner's policy.
For sure. But, there's a lot of people that have horses. And you probably want to make sure your insurance agent or company knows that you have horses, because then they could put oftentimes that farm liability on there in case something like that happens. If you didn't do that, I think there'd be a question of coverage there if that animal got hit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Another question that, as being the farmer myself, what happens if my livestock is hurt, injured, not usable anymore?
Great question there, too. So there are, you can insure your livestock on your farm owner policy. There's specific perils that they're insured for, and I would actually have to research to see if it got hit by a car, if that would be one of those perils. A lot of those perils are things like fire, being mired in the mud, and that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Hey, I do have one really interesting claim, though.
Sure.
So we had this farm insured, and I get a call, and he's like, Bruce, man, I got like 50 cows are dead.
Ooh.
And how could that possibly happen? There's no fire. So you know how they have those stanchions where they have water that automatically, so they can drink? Somehow the electricity got there and electrocuted all these cows.
Oh, my goodness.
It was a mess. Yeah, but that was covered.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So these things obviously do happen. That's a real world scenario.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And if you're a farmer, you work really hard at what you do, and you want to make sure that your policy follows that because you don't want to be, held liable and paying for things that, come out of your own pocket.
I wonder if you could sell the meat after something like that happened or something.
They're pre-cooked burgers.
That's right. Like a salvaged vehicle.
That's right. Well, so the big question on this one is my livestock gets out and I'm held liable. Is it covered?
Is it covered? And you have your farm liability on there. So I would say that it is covered.
Oh, all right, good. Well, I got to get back to work here. I got to make sure that my gates are all closed and I'm not calling you for any claims. So as always, we appreciate it, everybody. People can reach out to me directly at brian@jdchapmaninc.com if they have any unique claims that they've either seen or they would like us to break down.
Excellent. Well, have a great day and keep the cows locked up.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks for listening to the Is It Covered podcast. To learn more about how JD Chapman can assist you with all your insurance needs, please visit our website at jdchapmaninc.com or call us at 315-986-4062. JD Chapman, we've got you covered. This podcast provides general information only and does not offer or bind insurance coverage. Coverage cannot be changed or confirmed through this podcast, email, voicemail, or fax. Insurance only takes effect once confirmed by a licensed agent. For specific coverage details, please call us at 315-986-4062. All coverages are subject to the terms, conditions, and exclusions of the issued policy, which may vary by state. This podcast does not provide legal, tax, or financial advice. Please consult a professional for those needs. Links to other sites are provided for convenience. We don't control or endorse their content. Any claims scenarios discussed are hypothetical. Coverage decisions depend on the specifics of each case.